What's going on, everyone? It is your girl Queen Kimmy from Kimmy_Queen of Crafts. How's everyone doing today? Let me know in the comments how you're doing today. Me, I'm doing well. I'm blessed and highly favored. I will not complain. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. Excuse me. So today, I'm going to do a WIP and chat. WIP stands for work in progress, and chat means chat. Unless somebody else has another acronym for the letters chat, put it in the description. I'd love to see what someone else refers to chat as. So, I am currently working on Faces of Faery 132. This was for Jingle Drills. Jingle Drills ended yesterday, but that's okay. I like participating in the paint-alongs more than I do like doing it for prizes and stuff. To me, it kind of gives me a structure and a way to go about doing, excuse me, figuring out which diamond paintings I want to do, because before I just sit up and be like, which one do I feel like doing? And I couldn't decide. So I would just make my 6-year-old pick. So I love the now that I've been diamond painting more consistently, I look for events that are going on. I look for the time frame, and I also look for events for diamond paintings that I already have. Because I want to say I did one in November. I did one in October, November, excuse me, and December. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I'm getting over some allergies here, so I have leftover mucus in my systems. So sorry in advance. I'm so sorry. So I participated in one in October. It had something to do with gnomes. And I got a little cheap one to participate in that one in off of Amazon. And then I did DP for vets. That was also done. I got a little cheapy one off of Amazon and participated in that. And then I saw the Be the Hero DP along, and I didn't have any hero type diamond paintings, so I just quickly ordered like a Batman one off Amazon, just so I could participate in it. But this coming year, I want to try to find paint-alongs for ones that I already have. One that I did actually recently had to buy, and it's only because someone that I recently met through the diamond painting community said she wanted me to do it with her. Um, I am getting an Enos Guerrero one, so I can participate in the Enos diamond paint along. But the rest of them, I want to pick the paint along according to what diamond paintings I have. So yeah, so I want to show you what I'm using first, and then we will get into all the goody goodies, the nitty gritty. Okay, so I am using, this is the ceramic pen. See that teeny tiny blade right here? So this is what I use to cut my plastic bag, to section it off. Like right here, this is already, oh, that's just a tape. That did no good. Let me go to the plastic. This is already sectioned off, but this is still cut down. So I just basically ran the knife this way, the ceramic pen cutter. This I got from Amazon. This pen, it came in one of the storage cases that I purchased. So it did not come with this back. So these tips, this tip here, came with a different storage case that I purchased. So this diamond painting is a round. I found it with round, if you're using a multi-placer, the larger multi-placer that you use, for me personally, the harder it is to line them up. So if I use like even a 4-placer, I get them crooked and I have to go in and straighten it. So using a 3 is perfect for me because it allows me to move along fastly without having to fix anything. So those are my pen. I got the standard heart wax. This wax works for me, so I haven't looked into any other ones. A friend of mine told me to try, I think it's called Earthquake or something off Amazon. And I told her that I would. I think it's only like $3.97. I'll pick it up and definitely give it a try. And it's a big pack and it supposedly lasts forever. But yes, this pink wax works for me. You get it with almost every diamond painting that you get, and so I have tons of it. And so I'm using this tray. Just to give you an idea the size of the tray. Look at this one inside of it. So this tray I got from a D-stash. So I've said in a few of my videos, I've been buying from D-stash groups because I know that I feel like right now times are hard for everybody. And so when I buy in D-stash groups, I try to look to see the reason why someone's D-stashing, and I try to go for ones that someone's doing it because they need some type of financial help, but also it's not price gouging. And I'll give you an example. I saw somebody saying like, oh, I'm de-stashing some of my favorites. I forgot the reason. Something broke either on their car or their house or something. They had to get it fixed immediately. These diamond paintings being de-stashed were like $200, $250. And that is not what I would pay for any diamond painting personally. So the person that de-stashed, it is up to them. They can set their prices to be whatever they want them to be. But somebody told me once that if you're really trying to get rid of stuff and you want to get rid of it, you need to make the prices affordable. But like I said, that's what they're doing. That's their business, their prerogative. I wouldn't do that. I'd rather sell more diamond paintings for less than less diamond paintings for more. So I am buying from people who, are having some type of financial difficulty, but also they're not price gouging. They're either keeping the price the same or they're dropping it a little bit lower because they really need to move it out because they need that money. And so I'm okay with doing that. It's kind of like my personal way of saying I'm giving back because I love helping people out. And if what I'm getting is something I wanted to get anyways, I see it as a win-win situation. So yeah, so that was all to say I got this tray from a D-stash. Sorry, I went off on a whole tangent, guys. So yes, and then this is my cover minder. The cover minder I got from Craftably. It's this beautiful heart. And if you're not familiar with the cover minder, it has a magnet on the back. Here's the magnet. You put this here, and then you put your top here, and this helps hold back your plastic. So let me show you what I mean. And once again, I'm pulling up just the tape. So here's my plastic. I pull it back to this line. I personally kind of like to run a crease right there, and then bam, the magnet's in place. It's not moving. And then last but most certainly not least, hold on, I'm gonna lift the camera up for this because it'll be easier than trying to bring this over. This is a storage case that I'm using. This storage case I got from Amazon. I can't even remember how many bottles it holds. Let me see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36. 46. 46 and 46. 6 and 6. Do you hear me doing my math? I think that's 92. I believe that's 92. So yeah, there is underneath here. I have another diamond painting already kitted up underneath here, and the same amount of bottles that are in here are also underneath there. So excuse me, that's the storage case that I'm using. So let me get it out of the way, and I'm going to move this over, and then I'm going to zoom you in and then move it up some more. Yeah, I think this is good for now. I just need to figure out what color I want to start on. So, first things first, you guys. I kid you not, I put lotion on my knuckles like 5 times today. The problem with me is that the cold weather dries my skin out really, really bad. And in my family, we just have sensitive skin in general. So, once again, guys, let's take a moment of silence for my ashy knuckles. Okay, thank you for participating in my moment of silence. So, yeah, so let's get into it. So, as I stated, I was working on this for Jingle Drills. I believe it ran from like November 25th to December 25th. And like I said, I'm okay that I did not finish it exactly in time for the Jingle Drills because I prefer participating in the paint along more than I do with the prizes and everything. So, sorry, getting my little tray ready. And so, guys, okay, this is just to let you know the type of person I am. So, I didn't want to run out of things to talk about. So, I wrote them down in a little piece of paper next to me so I can know what I'm talking about. So, a few things here. So, first off, what you're going to see from me is I'm going to be updating or uploading a lot of Craftably videos. The reason why is because Craftably, they're getting ready to discontinue a lot of kits, and I love Craftably. They are one of my favorites, if not my favorite company, because not only do they have a good quality product, their customer service is the best. Excuse me. I love the fact that it is a small business and it's run by, their names are Michael and Amy. And then I believe they have two other people that mainly work with them. One is named Adrienne. I forgot the name of the young lady. But if you shop at Craftably, you most likely know who majority of them are that I'm talking about. But yes, their customer service is amazing. I'm pretty sure Adrian would like to see my face because I call so much. I'm like, "Hi, Adrian, it's Kim," and he's like, "Oh, hey, Kim, what's going on?" So, but basically, they're going to be discontinuing some kits, getting rid of some, making room for some new ones. And even though some are being discontinued, a lot of them are still on the site. So I want to actually upload the unboxings to them because I'm doing the tapings like all at once. I'm doing them one after the other, is what I mean. But I'm wanting to upload it so that if they are still in stock, you can go ahead and go over to the website and pick one up before they get discontinued and they're no longer on the Craftably site. So, with Craftably, I am not an affiliate, but my friend Shay is an affiliate, and what I can do is I'll link her affiliate link down there. Basically, what it is if you used her affiliate link, she'll get a small commission. It is, of course, optional. You don't have to use it. And then also, I don't have a code, but Shay has a code. If it's your first time buying from them, you can use the code Shay20 and you can get 20% off your first order. So, yes, you're probably over here wondering, like, why are you pimping out somebody else's channel and stuff? Well, I really feel like in the crafting community, we all have to work together and look out for each other. We have to find ways to work together and help each other out and all of that fun stuff. So, yes, I'll link the information down in the description. But yes, I'll be putting up a bunch of Craftably videos. I'm trying to figure out, I'll probably start doing because right now I do like one unboxing at a time. I'll probably do them like 2 or 3 at a time, just so you can see the ones that are being discontinued and try to have that there so you can go over there and grab it before they're gone. Some of the ones I have are already gone, so I'll try to first go with the ones being discontinued that are in stock. And then, excuse me, after that, I will go with the one that the ones that are no longer in stock. And then I also do still have ones that are just in stock. So yeah. But I have a lot of craftablies. There was a point where I went to Dallas in the last few months, and that's where Craftably is located. And I had the chance to visit their warehouse, and I bought some kits in person, and it was so nice. It's when you have a hobby, it's nice to go and see where, excuse me, where they're coming from. I mean, when you walk in there, the first thing I saw, they had these big old tubs of drills, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I just wanted to stick my hands down in it. Y'all, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Y'all remember the movie Home Alone when Marv and Harry, it was Christmas. Oh, of course, Home Alone's a Christmas movie, but basically, they were walking around and Marv had he had tape on his hand. And when he acted like he was donating to the Salvation Army jar, he stuck his hand in there and pulled out a bunch of money. I want to do that with the Craftably jars. I want to stick my hand in there with tape on it and see what it looks like when it comes. Can you guys tell how ridiculously silly I am? Like, who would think about that? My husband would be like, why the fudge would you want to do something like that? And I'm like, it's a crafting thing. You just don't get it. I don't get your football thing. You don't get my crafting thing. Let's stay in our lanes. So yeah, I walked in, I saw the jars. Michael was there working. And it was funny because as I walked in, he was watching one of my videos, and I was like, hi. I talked to Adrian. He told me to come by here. I wanted to buy some stuff. And he's like, what's your name? I give him my name. He's like, I was literally just watching your video. I said, really? Thank you for watching. And he's like, well, thank you for posting our stuff. So yeah, so you're gonna see an influx of those videos over the next few days, because I don't know exactly when the discontinued kits are going to be pulled off the site, but if they are still there and you like them, I would want you to get that opportunity to go ahead and grab them. So yeah, so that's Craftably. So today is the day after Christmas. It's December 26th. And so, first off, I definitely want to hear about how your Christmas was. If you celebrate Christmas, if you don't, if you celebrate Hanukkah, or if you celebrate Kwanzaa, or if you don't even celebrate, I'd like to hear that too, because I know that not all people celebrate holidays. So my Christmas. So first off, I was asleep. My husband woke me up at 7 in the morning and was like, get up because the baby wants to open her gifts. The baby is a 6-year-old. We call her the baby. It's funny, I have a 19-year-old, and up until the 6-year-old was born, we called her the baby because she was the only one. And now that we don't call her the baby, she's like, I'm the baby still. I don't know what it is, that sibling rivalry thing. But it's funny because she only has it with her 6-year-old sister. Her 6-year-old sister does not have a sibling rivalry with her. It's a one-way rivalry. So, okay. So my 19-year-old, she moved out within the last few months, and my husband and I got her some stuff for her place. And just basically, you know, when you first move out, there's basic things that you need, like dishes and forks and spoons. Just some of that basic stuff for now. So my husband and I got her a bunch of that. And then she just got into diamond painting. And so I gave her about 30 diamond paintings. The ones that I gave to her were the ones that I had from Amazon. So this is how I feel like everybody does, but I could be wrong. When you first discover diamond painting, first thing you do is you kind of look to see, okay, where can I get a lot for a nice price? So I think a lot of people started with Amazon. I could be wrong. This is just my own personal opinion, and I'm just a little bitty old me, so I could be wrong. But I think a lot of people, when they start diamond painting, or not just diamond painting, when you first get into something, I think Amazon's one of the places a lot of people go because they have just about everything there and it can get delivered to you in 2 days, provided you have the Prime. So, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize I'm working on a section you can barely see. Let me scoot it down. So I had a lot of Amazon diamond paintings. And so I also got my 8-year-old niece into diamond painting. Well, let me tell you how that went. I didn't even get her into it. So my niece that's 17, her and my 19-year-old are really close. Like, so me and her mom are really close. That's my sister that's next to me in age. And so our kids are close. So what's funny is my sister's 3 years older than me, and she says, I don't want any kids. So I had my 19-year-old. I raised my 19-year-old to be so independent and so self-sufficient that my sister then goes, well, first she was asking me, can she have my baby? Like, legit, can she have my baby? Like, she's so good and you raised her so well and she's so independent and so well spoken. Just let me have her. And I'm like, no. You go and make your own bundle of joy and then you can keep that one. She loved my daughter so much. We call her Yanni as a nickname. She wanted to name her daughter Yanni. And I was like, how are you going to take my child's nickname and make it your child's name? Like, I'm honored, but no. So she ended up settling on Anaya. Anaya is my little 17-year-old niece. So this is what's funny. My 19-year-old daughter acts exactly like and has all the same interest as my sister that's 3 years older than me. And then my 17-year-old niece acts exactly like me and has all the same interests that I do. Don't know why or how it worked out that way, but it did. So then fast forward, my sister has another baby, and I actually named her. Let me tell you why. My sister had my niece in the hospital with no name because her and her husband could not decide on a name. And I was like, look, we are going to figure this out. Point blank in the period. You will not have my niece sitting in here with no name because you two fools can't get along. How about that? So, her husband, it's funny because the way he snuck it in there, I tell him each time, he's like, well, you're the godmother, so you choose the name. And so I'm looking around and he's like, what? I said, who's the godmother? And he's like, you are. I said, when did I get named the godmother? And so my sister's like, well, you have been here with me the whole time I was pregnant and blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, fine. So I ended up coming up with the name Kira. And then my sister's middle name is Michelle. So her name is Kira Michelle. And then she has her dad's middle name as well. And then her dad's last name. So, and then 2 years later, I had my 6-year-old. So it's funny. So our oldest two are 2 years apart, and our youngest two are 2 years apart. Don't know why or how it worked out that way. I just know that it did. So, how did I even get into this? I'm going way off subject here. Oh, we're talking about Christmas Day. So yeah, so the 17-year-old niece, I gave her some diamond paintings and I told her, hey, try these out. I think you'll really like them. And so she lives with both her dad and her mom, and she forgot them at her mom's house. So how about her sister, my little 8-year-old niece, picked it up, figured out how to do it, and sent me a picture talking about I did it. And let me tell you what was funny about the picture. She didn't realize that the picture that she sent to me was not of what she completed. She sent me the picture on the part that was not done. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, what did you do? And she's like, I did half of it. And I said, well, you sent me the picture of the half that wasn't done. And so she sent me the other half. So then my sister calls me and she's like, what is this thing you gave my daughter? I was like, it's called diamond painting. And so she's like, so my niece, she's very hyper. My 8-year-old niece, she's very hyper, very flexible, always flipping around, doing splits, all that. To me, that's just a child in general, especially that age. My 6-year-old is very hyper. But she's like, what did you give to her? Because she's just sitting here so quiet and so patiently, and she's focused on this. And I was telling her it's a diamond painting. And she said, I even tried to do it and I messed it up. I'm like, it's pretty easy. How'd you mess it up? Y'all, let me tell you how my sister messed it up. She picks up the pen from my niece, picks up a color out of the tray, and just stuck it down randomly. And so she's like, I messed it up. And I was like, how? She's like, well, I matched up the color to the color. I was like, what do you mean you matched up the color to the color? Like, basically, she picked up a, what color drill? She picked up like a red drill, looked at the canvas to see what looked red, and then just stuck it there. And I'm like, why would you do that? She's like, I thought that's what you do. I said, why wouldn't you ask? So, of course, she says, well, my daughter let me know that I was doing wrong because she came in. She's like, no, mommy, you messed it up. And I was like, serve you right. You shouldn't have been touching her stuff. So, yeah. So, that's what my sister did. She's one of those that she'll try something and mess it up and then be like, sorry. So, yeah. So, she was like, she says she sits down, she concentrates. And so, all that is to say, my diamond paintings, all my non-licensed work got given to split up between my 19-year-old and my 8-year-old niece. So that was their Christmas presents. My 19-year-old, she got her kitchen stuff and the diamond paintings from me. And then my 8-year-old niece got the other diamond paintings from me. And my 17-year-old niece, I actually gave her a glass pen set. Now, let me tell you what's funny about a glass pen set. And if you watch my pen video, you already know this story. So, anyone that really knows me knows that I love pens and that I collect pens. All type. Cheap, expensive, fountain pens. What kind of pen is that? Fountain pen, calligraphy pen, rollerball pens. Like, you name the pen, I probably have at least a good 10 plus of them. So, one year for my birthday, I went to, I believe it's called the Glass Pen Shop. I could be saying it wrong, but it's something like that. And I saw that they had a special. So I ordered me a set for my birthday. And so my sister was like, hey, I got you a birthday present. Come by and get it. So I go by and get it. And I'm looking at it. And I'm like, oh, you got me a glass pen set. Thank you. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I just ordered this same one for myself. So I come home. I show it to my husband. He's like, you got that from your sister? And I'm all, yeah. He's like, are you sure? And I'm like, what do you mean am I sure? I think I know my sister and what I get from her. He's like, okay. So then his comes in the mail and he's like, here's your present. I was like, wait, this is what Lori got me. He was like, that's why I was questioning if it came from her. Lori's my sister. And I said, okay. And so he's like, what? I said, you'll see. So mine came in and I laid out all three in front of him and I said, I got the exact same thing that y'all did. So I got 3 of the same glass pen sets. The only difference with mine was I also included, or I bought like this thing that had like 8 additional colors to dip in because I believe it came with pink. But I bought this thing. Y'all, I'm reloading my wax. So this is what I found out how to make it work. I know that typically, sorry, I'll get back to my story in a minute. Typically they say stick your pen down in there and then you have, can you see it? Hold on. The ink in the bottom. I don't do that. What I actually do is I take it and I just peel away a little bit on the end and it still gets it on there so that when you push down, you're not pushing a bunch of wax out on your drill. So that's just me. I just do a little bit of scraping and that works for me for both sides. This is for the 3-placer side. Will it focus? There you go. And then also for this side. So yeah. So where did I stop with my story? Oh yeah, so I got 3 of the same items. One that I bought myself, one that my sister bought me, and one that my husband bought me. So I gave one of those to my niece because she was like, I want a glass dip pen. And I had 3 of them. So the one that I gave her, I'm assuming, is the one that I bought because they literally all 3 were the same. But if they ask me, I can say I bought one for myself and gave her that one. So yeah. So, but yes, okay, so that was Christmas Day. So first off, my 19-year-old came over. Um, if you know, not most people, most children, when they move out of the house, really like to flex their independence. Basically saying, I'm out, I'm doing this on my own, I'm a grown up, can't nobody tell me what to do. Being an adult, you know that it just don't work like that. But they don't know. So getting my 19-year-old to even come over is a task on its own because anytime I ask, she has 12 things she has to do. And then when I talk to her later, she's like, I ended up falling asleep. So anyway, she came over and she actually stayed a while. And then normally her and my 17-year-old niece, now that they're older, they bicker, but they get along so well. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because my 19-year-old moved out, but my 19-year-old went to go pick her up and they came back and we were playing video games. So my 6-year-old adores both of them. My niece, she loves her. Like every time she comes over, my 6-year-old sits in her lap the whole time. And I'm like, you don't even sit in my lap like that, and I'm your mom. But she loves her cousin, and then she loves her sister. So when they both came over, she was asleep. She's right now on a vampire schedule. She's up at night and sleeping during the day. But when her 2 favorite people came over, she couldn't wait to get up. So she got up when they came over, and they were playing the game because I couldn't find my controller. Y'all, I wish I could have recorded them playing the game because it was hilarious. And let me tell you why it was hilarious. So, the type of game system I like is a Wii. I like the Nintendo Wii. I think it is one of the most fun games invented. Is Nintendo because I'm a Mario head. I love all Mario games. So, they were playing Mario while I was looking for my controller. So my niece brought over 2 controllers. And so we synced them up to the Wii so that they could be used. And they were malfunctioning, guys. Like, when I say malfunctioning, they would randomly just turn off. Now, if you play the Wii and you're familiar with Mario, what Mario has started letting you do is playing with more than one player at the same time. Like, you know, when Mario first came out, if you chose 2 players, first Mario plays a stage, and then when he dies, Luigi plays a stage. No more. Mario will let 4, even 5, with the Wii U, people play at one time. So since they have let you play with that many people, my sister got some knockoff remotes. I had no idea the remotes that she got were knockoffs until my niece said that. So I was wondering why they look so different. She's like, yeah, she got some generic ones. So my niece and my daughter were using the generic ones and they kept randomly just turning off. Now, if you play Mario now, what happens is you go into a bubble. And when you go into a bubble, one of your teammates can pop you so you can start playing. But when your controller's dead, they can't pop you. You're just sleeping. So my niece and my 6-year-old, their controllers just keep going dead, even though the battery light is on the whole time, showing the whole thing like nothing's wrong. So that's what's happening with them. Well, apparently there's also something wrong with there's something wrong with my controller because my 19-year-old was using that one and she said it was just running randomly to different places. She's like, I'm not doing that. Like, it's doing it by itself. I don't know what's going on. So me, I am dying laughing, y'all. I am cracking up so hard. It is just so funny because I was supposed to be looking for my controller, but watching them struggle to play all the games just had me dying laughing. So that's the type, so I'm the type of person that, for one thing, I love big family gatherings, because at least my family, like, y'all think I'm crazy here on YouTube. You have to see all of us together. I have 2 brothers and 4 sisters. I'm the youngest of 7. So when you put all of us together, it is so funny because we all have different personalities, but we're all goofy as heck. Like, so goofy. Every last one of us, in our own way, we're goofy. So yeah, we somewhat passed it on to our kids, but we still get way goofier than our children get. Way goofier. They can't match our level of goofiness. So yeah, so when they came over yesterday, I was laughing at their shenanigans on the game, and they're like, "Why aren't you finding your controller?" And I'm like, "This is much more entertaining." And it was just so much fun. Like, my daughter and my niece and both of my girls and my niece, they were just having a lot of fun, and it was hilarious just watching them. So that was my Christmas. It was really nice. Everybody got along because normally there's always arguing, usually involving my 19-year-old. She's very combative. So is my 6-year-old. But yeah, my 19-year-old is very combative, and like, she likes to just challenge. That's just it. She's going to challenge as much as she can. Whatever she can, she's just going to challenge it. She does it because she says she likes to see me freak out. Apparently, I have like a priceless reaction to things happening. But to me, it's not priceless. It's real. Like, stop effing with me. Quit effing with me. But yeah, everybody in my house loves to F with me because they say my reactions are priceless. But whatever. So yes, that was my Christmas yesterday. And it was lovely. It was really, really nice. And then my husband, being the wonderful human being he is, got me another pen. But not just any pen. This is a pen that floats. I don't even know how to describe it to you. The best thing I can do is show you. Maybe towards the end of the video, I'll run to my room and grab it because I'm in a different room doing this whip and chat. But yeah, my husband, he got me another pen, and it's like, it's held at the base by a magnet, but it actually floats in the middle, so it looks like nothing is holding it. So it's really, really cool. And then what else? I'm trying to think of what else for Christmas. I think that pretty much wraps up Christmas. There wasn't much. I tried to get the girls to do a Christmas video with me so we can upload it for Christmas Day, but my 19-year-old, she wasn't feeling it. She just flat out was like, "I don't want to do it." And I'm like, "Will you at least say Merry Christmas and we'll do it?" And she was like, "Maybe." And when I brought it back up, she gave me the stink eye, and I was like, "Fine." So one day I'm gonna get a video with them because you guys are gonna get to see how funny they are. They are so funny. We're all funny, but like, when they get together, it's a different kind of funny. And then my 6-year-old, she doesn't need anybody for her to be funny. She is so, like, her natural personality is hilarious. She's so dramatic with everything. So I'm gonna put her in my videos one day too. I gotta check with Daddy because Daddy is like very overprotective, as dads should be. But yeah, I'm gonna put her in one of my videos too because I want her to be able to come on. Right now, she wants to come on and show some of her Sonic toys, but I told her I don't really know how that'll work other than her saying these are my toys. But we'll work it in there somehow. So yeah, that was my Christmas. So I think I shared this on another video, but Christmas gives me the blues. And let me tell you why. Okay, so growing up, I don't know if I ever shared this, but we grew up Jehovah's Witness. And if you're familiar with Jehovah's Witnesses, um, they don't celebrate any holidays. And so, um, even though I can say like I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, I still have those grown up values instilled in me. So it leaves me conflicted in a lot of situations. Because, like I'm not actively going to the Kingdom Hall or studying or anything like that currently. But, um, the situations, they feel awkward to me. Like my husband is like, I never know whether you like your gifts or not because you act weird. And I'm like, I'm not really used to getting gifts. Because we really didn't get none growing up unless we got them for each other as siblings. Well, I'm the youngest of seven, so I wasn't working or anything. What could I really give my sisters? Let me tell y'all what I used to do. And y'all better not laugh because it's always a thought that counts. So what I would do is I would borrow stuff from my siblings, or I would take it and then I would wrap it up and give it to them, give it to them for Christmas. And I was so serious, y'all. Like I thought I was doing the sweetest thing in the world, because my logic behind it was like, well, since they already got it, that they'll need it. And so, like on Christmas Day, everybody unwrapped their stuff and they would try to act all happy. Oh, thanks, Kimmy. Oh, thank you. It was so cute. And then, of course, I didn't know I was the butt of a joke when it all came out. But yeah, that's what I used to do. But yeah, I grew up Jehovah's Witness, and like I said, I'm not actively studying or going to the Kingdom Hall, but I still have some of those thoughts and beliefs in me, because when you grow up a certain way, you can't just wake up one day and be different. It takes time to peel back those layers and see what else is there. um but yeah, I'm not going to discuss religion on here too much because how I feel is I cannot judge anyone for whatever religion they choose, because it is your choice to choose what you want to study. Um, or if you don't believe in God or the Bible, that's not up to me to say you're right or you're wrong. That's something you'll have to deal with on your own if there is a God and it comes to doomsday. So yeah, so that's just my thoughts on it. But yeah, so that was Christmas Day. I love that my girls came over and we had a ball. I wish my 8-year-old niece would have came, but we can get her next year. But yeah, that was Christmas. So, another thing I wanted to talk about was, as I stated, I got some information, not information, I shared the information of crafting with Shay. And I shared her information because, y'all, she is the sweetest person. I believe I came across her channel because I was looking up Craftably's items just to kind of see what their unboxings look like, and I think that's how I came across her channel. But her and I are somewhat developing a friendship. We reach out, how are you doing? I'm doing good. And the reason I'm bringing her up is that she recently had a live with, her name is Saban. She is called Coverminder Saban. She has an Etsy shop. I'll link her information below. And when Saban was on live with her, she did, I believe it was about 6 giveaways. And y'all, I won the very last giveaway. Yay, right? I never win anything, like ever. So the fact that I won, like I was so happy because I never win anything. And also, like, I am a cover minder junkie. I love cover minders. I love how different and unique they all are. I love them all. So, yeah, I ended up winning the last giveaway. So, what I also wanted to do, because Saban, she went into detail about why she started making cover minders. And long story short, she basically said that she had some health issues and she discovered diamond painting. And when she was using cover minders, she liked them, but she felt like they weren't what they weren't all she wanted them to be. Like, she wanted her cover minders to be a certain weight and to have a certain look, things like that. So she started creating her own. And I believe she said what happened was people started seeing her cover minders and they started asking her, like, where'd you get these from? And she was like, I made them. And many moons later, she now has an Etsy shop where she sells cover minders. So I went to her shop. I bought a few cover minders, and she said she'll combine it with my order once she sends it out to me for whatever I won for the giveaway. So I'm so excited, guys. I want a giveaway. I never win nothing. When I say nothing, I never win nothing. And let me tell you how my odds are when it comes to me winning stuff. If there are 100 people, if there are 100 tickets and I buy 99, that one person will win. That's my odds for winning stuff. So the fact that I won this, like, I am so elated, so excited. So yes, I have to say thank you to Shay for having on Saban and introducing us to her. And thank you, Saban, for making such wonderful cover minders. So what I'll do at the end of this video, I will go and get my pen that my husband got me, and I'll also get the my cover minder board, because I have a board full of cover minders. You may have seen it in some of my other videos, but I'll bring it out and show you. But yeah, I won that giveaway, and I just wanted to say thank you to them. And then also Shay from Crafting with Shay on YouTube, I believe it's YouTube and Instagram, she invited me to be in one of her lives, and I think that's so sweet. And we are going to talk about mental health. And so yeah, I'm excited because I think it's a topic, it's getting more attention today, but it's still lacking with the attention that it needs. So I'm excited to be able to I'm grateful that she's asked me to be on her live, and I'm more grateful that she asked me to talk about something that's just very important, something we need to have more conversations about, because mental health affects everybody in some way, shape, or form. Like, if you're not suffering from mental health, I'll bet you there's at least 2 or 3 people that you know that are suffering from mental health, but just you don't know it. Because let me tell you the problem with mental health and having mental health issues. People look at you and they don't see you physically in pain. They don't see any scars on you. They don't see any blood coming out of you. And their mind says, ain't nothing wrong with her. She's fine. But they don't know that on the inside, you're dying. And you don't know how to deal with that feeling. So that's something that, like I said, is very important to me. And because, I've had my own issues with mental health and situations, and I shared that on another video. And of course, we'll go into it a little bit more when I do the live with Shay. As of right now, it's January 22nd. If all goes well, if anything changes, I'll definitely let you know. But yes, I was on Facebook one day, and Robin Williams, the actor, the wonderful, wonderful actor, had a quote, and this quote stuck with me. And it said, oh, what did it say? Now I feel like a dork. It said something like, people don't walk around faking being okay. They're faking not being, wait, am I saying that right? Now I feel like an idiot because I brought up this wonderful quote and I can't even say it right. Give me a second, guys. How did he say? He said it something to the tune of, guys, I can't even remember what it is. I'll have to pull it up and tell you. Hold on. You know what? I got my other phone here. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. I'm going to put Robin Williams mental health quote, because I have to tell y'all now because it's going to bother me. mental health quote. Oh, geez. So he has a lot of them. So let me see. Now I got to go to the images. I'm bringing them up on my phone. You're that depressed and reaching. I think the saddest people. Oh gosh, you guys, I am so upset. I'm really upset that I cannot find this. I know it says something to the tune of people don't walk around pretending to, people don't pretend to be okay. Or people walk around pretending to be okay. They wouldn't fake not being okay. So it's something like that. Basically saying people wear a smile where it looks like everything is fine, but behind closed doors, it's really something else. So when I find it, I'll make sure that when I find it, I'll read it in the live when I'm with Miss Shay. Yeah, I can't find it. Please don't worry so much because yeah, I didn't know he had so many quotes. I've never looked up his quotes before. Okay, so I won't keep y'all here in silence while I look for this. So hold on just a minute, guys. I'm going to run to my room. I'm going to get the pen my husband gave me, and I'm going to get my cover minder board. And then we'll end the video. Oh, give me a second. I'm sorry if you hear any loud outbursts. My husband likes to talk mess to me every time I pass by him, so forgive us for the debauchery. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, I am going to zoom you out to first show you my pen. I'll put it on here. Okay. So this is the pen that my hubby got for me. Let me make sure I got it on here right. Okay, I'm gonna raise the camera up. Can you see this pen? Hold on, let me move it. Isn't this cool? Hold on, let me stop it. Look at that. It just floats. So basically, this is a magnet. And when you sit it down here, it holds it in place. And then this part is also a magnet, but this is the opposite magnet. You know how when you have like positive and negative, they push apart from each other. So if I push them to the side like this, see, it won't stay. So that's how it's all set to stay up like that. So yes, party people, that was just one of the gifts my husband gave me with my pen addiction. And then this is my cover minder board. Let me, hold on, I'm gonna change the camera view. Whoop, that was a big change. So yes, this is my, sorry guys, this is my cover reminder board. So yeah. So here's my cover reminders, all of them. But yeah, you guys, that does it for today's Whip and Chat with Queen Kimmy, aka Kimmy_Queen of Crafts. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening to me and my goofiness. I'm in my daughter's room. Let me fix the camera back real quick. Oh yeah, here's what I'm working on. But yes, thank you for coming back, hanging out with me while I get to be me. I don't want to keep it too long. I know we're getting near an hour. That hour goes by fast. If you have any questions, comments, or emotional outbursts, please put them down below in the comment section. I'll try to go back and link everything that I mentioned in here. And then let's have one more moment of silence for my ashy knuckles. Alrighty then. So, last but most certainly not least, if you like my video, if you like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Consider hitting that like button. Leave me a comment and tell me if you didn't like it. And if no one's told you that they love you today, I love you. Sending you a heart.